Hey. Good evening. It's Joe here. I'm done on the Mustang 60 group build hosted by Mike over at Scale Speedworks. This would have been done maybe an hour earlier, uh, but I ended up napping a little bit after work. I ate dinner and I was on the couch. The next thing I know, it's an hour later. So, actually, though, if I wouldn't have put off, it would have been done even sooner. And the video already would have been done, and I just would have had to upload it first thing this morning. But me being the lazy fool that I am, and knowing I had X amount of time to build this, said to myself, well, I got plenty of time. It's not till April 17th. I've got plenty of time. It's not till April 17th. And, of course, the time flew. So, there you go. But there's my deuce. Not now, bud. Yeah, it's done. I'm happy with it. It's not perfect. I had some issues. Now, I don't know if they were me, the kit, or a combination of the two. Now, my body is glued on all the way around. I didn't, see if that'll focus any better. Those taillights are red, by the way. Let's do this. See, they're red with a black wash over them. They're not the lenses from this kit because I lost one. I took those from another kit, which now I'm going to have to get lenses for that. But, yeah, it's done. And I glued everything on. I'll tell you the issues I had at first were these fins under here, or these diffusers. For some reason, they sat down super duper low. Now, they look like they're where they're supposed to be, according to the directions. Dudes, quit headbutting my arm. You're making this difficult. It could have went back a little further, it looks like. But then they would strike the inside of this back bumper. It was really kind of confusing. So what happened was I got this last night. Deuce, no, not now. Go. Go somewhere else. It actually jacked the back wheels off the ground. So I had to, Deuce, take a drum sander and sand those down to make them shorter. Deuce, please. So the car would sit. And then the other issue I had was tonight, when I finally go to put it together, right back here, I had to shorten the chassis. Now, I know that couldn't be me. At least I don't think it could have been. Unless I did something wrong with the rear panel. Because the chassis was sitting too far forward. So I had to file that to bring it back. So yeah, it had a couple little issues. Deuce! Oh, sorry for the shaky. Oh, Deuce! He just put his claw on it. Here, go play. I love him, but he wants to be chummy when I'm busy. But overall, it came out good. Let me get these lights there. Yeah, it came out quite well. I added a window net. I've seen some pictures of the real thing, so I threw that in there. Really bummed me out. I detailed the dashboard, like you could see the back side of it. I did some assorted colors and that little, I don't know what that module is, that light green thing, whether that's a coil or whatever the hell that's supposed to be, but I did that in that Zack Speed green that the engine is. And the rest of these wires, I just did it in miscellaneous colors, so it looks like they're, wrapped together. And, the back side of the gauges, I painted them silver, copperish, brass colors, like the real things are. The thing is, so I painted the gauge faces and all that, and it's all for naught. And I've never seen a kit. This kit has two rear windows. It has an inner and an outer. I don't know if that's prototypical of the real car, but that's what we got. You really can't see too much of the interior there. I mean, you can see some of it, but it all in all came out pretty damn cool. I like it. Yeah, like I said, the underside's on. Oh, there goes the hood. Well, that makes it easy. There's nothing to these. It's just a belly pan. Now, I was watching a documentary on these cars. These were called the Porsche Killers. They were made to compete with the Porsche 935, and they did it well. The only problem was these little Zach Speed engines. I think they were only like 1.7 liter, but they made some ridiculous amount of horsepower. There was a brass-colored knob on the dash that could adjust how much this turbo gave it. But excuse me, they were often known to grenade these engines, probably because they ran them so hot and so high revving and all that. But they did the job, and yeah, so I'm happy. I did the underside in flat black. I got to touch that up a little bit. I had it masking taped on while I was transporting it, and I took some of the, that's just acrylic, craft paint. And then I painted the rest of everything under there gray, but you're not really going to see it. Like I said, I don't want to do the removable body. I have to remove it 20 times to get it, to file up to make it fit as it was. And I'm like, I don't want to keep taking it off. Now, I did mess up here. Last night, I painted these two things. These are like inner fenders for the back. And they're supposed to go back in here somewhere. And I painted them, and I put some black wash in the little vents, and I forgot to put them on. Excuse me. In all the melee of testing it, and I finally got it lined up and glued in, then I see them sitting on the bench. But since I'm not doing a removable body, I really don't think it matters, because you're never going to see them. They're in there somewhere. This is really a cool kit. I remember these when they came out. I really wasn't into them, so I never bought one back then. Would I do one again? Most definitely. Now I know what to look for. And if I found the Miller one, which is more expensive than this one, probably because of the Miller beer advertising, I might honestly do it as the Miller car. A lot of masking involved in that, I think. Or I might get another one of these and do it as a generic car. Like I said, I know there's other Fords. Somebody mentioned that, well, there's a Folgers and this version. No, they're different bodies. They weren't this style. They had the longer nose. I think the main body was the same, but I think everything else was longer and extended. It was the Mustang GTO or the GTP. I think they had a couple of each. But I'd like to maybe do a Folgers, not the Folgers version, but just a generic version. Or maybe even make it like what's called, like a race test car. Do one up like, maybe it'll just be in primer. Maybe some of it painted. What I would have liked to see, let's see if we get this hood off here again. It fell off once. Yeah, let's see. Now I want it to fall off. I don't want. Oh, hey, there it goes. Something slightly disappointing. Sorry about the shaky camera. I was showing you that engine, like that big gray blob that's on it the other day, down there where those pulleys go to nothing, in the real world go to a couple, pumps or whatever they are in separate brackets, and Monogram just molded as one giant gray glob. I guess it doesn't matter because you really can't see down in there. But what I would like to do if I ever do one of these in the future is, if you look on the back side of the core support, there's two round things on each side. And one would be the back side of where the headlights would be. These are almost like aftermarket driving lights they had mounted where the headlights were. But the inner hole, it doesn't really show up here too well. Let's see if we see those inner holes. What I would like to do next time, and what those were probably ducts that put cooling air down on the discs, to cool the disc brakes. So it'd be cool to run that, because there's nothing in here. And you got to know on the real car there still have to be some other plumbing, because I don't see any kind of coolant lines or anything. This had to have some kind of cooling system. And, I like to run the cooling ducts and some coiling lines. Maybe there's a book out there that has more detailed pictures of the engine bays on these things. I mean, Monogram did a pretty good job for the day on this. It really is a nice kit, don't get me wrong. And there's some places in the instructions that aren't clear. Like I stood up this core support, or not the core support, but the radiator intercooler. I glued it face down because they show it that way in the instructions, but they show an arrow going up and like that. So I missed that. I glued it flat, and it actually fits very, very well the wrong way. It fits better the wrong way than it does the right way. But I overcame and corrected that. But hey, I'm happy it's going to go in my cabinet as soon as I can make the room, that is. And yeah, I'm quite happy. So thanks, Michael, at Scale Speedworks for hosting this. And this Mustang group build, 60th anniversary. Come to think of it, hey, I'm going to be 60 in November. So yeah, so it's kind of appropriate. Because I was born in 64 also. So there you go. But yeah, I'm quite happy. And I've been watching some of your other guys' videos. I know there's a lot of us. I'm going to watch his video again and take screenshots or pause it and write down every name of everybody in this. And then I could make sure I go watch them all. I could check them off as I watch them. I've watched a handful already, but I want to make sure to catch everybody. I'm not sure if everybody is done or not. You know, out of all those people, if everyone won it, but yep. Okay, well, it's been 11 minutes already, almost 12, and Joe wants to put this stuff away, shut the lights off, hit the shower, and hit the bed, and actually get to sleep earlier at night. Of course, I probably won't fall asleep right away because I had that little nap and I drank a Mountain Dew. So yeah, I'm probably going to get to bed and twiddle my thumbs. But hey, I'll just watch more of the presentation final videos. So yeah, I'm going to snap a couple more photos here. And that'll be it. And hey, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Oh, one more thing about this kit. This is definitely, if anybody finds one of these at a good price, if you're a beginner, this probably ain't the kit for you. I would highly recommend this for somebody with some experience under their belt. Because like I said, it challenged me. You know, and I've been building for a long time, and even though I mocked some of it up, I still found issues later on that I wouldn't know about. Like I said, it could have been something I did wrong. I could have put something in the wrong place. Who knows? I'm pretty sure I didn't. But, yeah, it's still a solid kit. I'm really surprised how nicely it actually kind of went together, despite a couple slight issues. But, okay. Now, this time for sure, I got to go. So from me, and hey, Deuce, say goodnight to everybody. See, he's getting ready to go to bed, too. He's like, Dad, what are you doing? Why are you up so late? Yeah, so for me and Deuce and the other cats, wherever they are, and thanks again to Mike. And hey, everybody, thanks for watching, and I am out of here. Bye-bye.